Hi everyone, it's Donna here from Donna's Creative Corner, and today I have some destashes for you. I had three very large drawers full of fabrics. I used to make teacup pincushions out of anything I could fit a pincushion top in, and I would use mostly these like stretchy fabrics and really soft top fabrics like this. These are like two of the tops that would go into like a teacup. I'm going to put a link down below to a couple of videos that I did showing my pincushions, but I collected lots of different types of fabrics that I thought would go make a good pincushion top. Some of it comes from like Joann's, and some of it comes from thrift stores. Some of it comes from clothing that I like the fabric of it. So everything I'm selling today are all remnants. They're irregular shapes. Some of them have already had, some teacups, circles cut out of them, but I'm sure somebody can find a use for them in their projects. I have 4 boxes. They are all in medium flat rate boxes that are crammed full. So I'm gonna, and if nobody's interested in these, they are gonna get delivered to the thrift store, probably the same thrift store where some of it actually came from to begin with. This first one is all neutrals and pinks. I don't know if this light is too bright. Maybe that's a little bit better. This first bunch is all small pieces. There's some that have already been cut into, ready to make into a pincushion top. This fuzzy soft fabric. These are all little pieces of pink. I'm just going to kind of flip through these really quick. They're all remnants. They're all different sizes. Some are small pieces. They're great for like making yo-yo flowers. Really soft, soft fabric. Here's a cream. This one's a pretty large piece. The same thing in a white, soft. Here's a large piece that has a. This is the only one that has a motif on it. It's upside down, but there's a rabbit on it. Another piece of pink. This you recognize from Joann's. This is some really, really soft, like baby fabric with the bumps on it. I think there's some pink in that later on. Yep. This is a large piece, really soft. I don't know what all of these fabrics are, what their content is or anything. I just know they're really soft and pretty. There's some of the pink in that bumpy, and here's some cream in that bumpy, that pretty soft bumpy fabric. More of the cream, and here's a piece of this swirly, oh, this is so soft. Okay, so this is box number 1. I'm selling this fabric. It is full. Box number 1, I'm asking $10 plus shipping. If these most of these weigh between 3 and 4 pounds, which would in flat rate would be $12.40. If it's cheaper to your location, regular priority mail, then I will do that. Whichever is cheaper. $12.40, or if it's cheaper to your location, that's what I'd charge for shipping. Oh, and I forgot to say up front, all of these are US only. Because of the weight, it would be prohibitive to try to send this overseas. So today's video is US only. Okay, box number 2, I'm calling my, hold on, rearrange here. Box number 2, I'm calling my Jewel Tones box. These are mostly all the stretchy, soft fabrics that were in the first one, but they have vibrant colors. There's a big piece of yellow, There's some smaller pieces of this royal blue. Here's some gray with sparkly little sparkles on it. Here's some purples, soft. Here's like a hunter green. I've got several smaller pieces of this really pretty, like a teal blue. I've got several pieces of this deep purple. It's like a very deep purple. This one's like a, oh, I can't even describe this color. It's very pretty though, very shiny, very soft, kind of a mocha, almost a mocha color. There's a couple of pieces of that. There's several pieces of this, almost like a velvet-like, ooh, it's not even showing up in here. It's like a deep maroon. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if the light helps. A little bit. It's a deep maroon, very pretty color, very soft. And this is like a jewel tone, it's like a deep red, burgundy red. Very pretty. Several pieces of that. Here's another similar one to that, but it's kind of a crinkly, almost a purpley red. That's why I'm calling this my jewel tone box. There's a couple of, so it's got some fluff on it. A couple of pieces of this purple fabric. 2 pieces of that. Several pieces of more purple with the swirly pattern on it. And then a piece of this one that has kind of a swirl pattern stitched into it. So this one is my jewel tone box, box number 2. I'm asking $8 for this one plus the shipping. I'm going to have to rearrange these to get the box to close again. Box number 3 is all reds and blacks. Most of them are the soft stretchy ones. I had some black lace. I threw that in here. It's a pretty good size of black lace. That's the only lace piece in any of this. Here's that swirly soft fabric. There's a couple of pieces of that. Here's some black with little pink flowers, shiny pink flowers on it. There's a couple of pieces of that. Here's some red with the swirly pattern on it. It's a bright red. There's several pieces of like, oh, here's that bumpy soft fabric from Joann's. There's a good piece of that. It's probably maybe even a yard of that one. Couple of pieces of, several pieces of this black kind of velour, very soft. There's more of that. There's quite a few of that. They're very soft black. And then several pieces of red. This one's very soft too. It's probably about 4 or 5 pieces of that. So this is box number 3, the red and black box. I'm asking $8 for this one, plus shipping. Box number 4 has mostly cotton. This one actually cotton and patterned fabrics. There's a big piece of linen in here. There's probably at least a yard of linen in there. A small piece of burlap. Several cotton. There's a blue cotton. These are good for making your fabric flowers. There's a green with a pattern on it. There's another one with a cream and green pattern. A couple of pieces of that. There's a small piece of little girls, look like vintage girls. There's another small piece of colorful fabric. This one's more of a jewel tone. I've got a piece here. These are all remnants. Several pieces of pink cotton. Got a pretty good sized piece of this. This isn't, I don't think this is cotton. I'm not sure what the content is of that one. It's kind of a slippery fabric. Here's a dark blue cotton. Here's some more smaller pieces for flowers. There's a stripe. This one's really pretty. You can see the pattern on it. That would look pretty on the top of a box. I think I kept some of this for me, just for that purpose. Here's some more linen. That's a pretty pattern. Some yellow. This one's not cotton. This is more slippery kind of material. Some red. A big chunk of pink. Strings on it. Some cream crinkled fabric, kind of stretchy a little bit. And then some blue. Some pretty blue with yellow highlights in it. So this is box number 4, the mostly cotton and pattern fabrics. I'm asking $8 for this one, plus shipping. And then lastly, I already had a whole bunch of pincushion tops made up. There are 36 of them in here. If you want to try your hand at making pincushions, you're halfway there. They're different sizes. There's all different colors. It's mostly neutrals. There's a lot of whites. There's that bumpy white fabric. Here's that black with the pink flowers on it. Some red. There's a gray with the sparkly. You recognize all of these fabrics from those lots I just showed you. There's 36 in here. I am asking $10 for this box plus shipping. And that's all I have for today. If you are interested in my stash becoming your stash, the instructions on how to order are in the description box below. If you want, I'll put the weight down in the description box below if you want to go to USPS.com and see see how much it would cost to ship to your location. My zip code is 34744, and I'll put that down below as well, because you'll need that to calculate shipping. So that's all I have for today. Bye for now.